Welcome back. We're in the Iron Wrath,
Good,
talking to our bros, I
Good
guess.
Wrath.
good game, you Miss Mimi.
I'm just gonna take this sword with me. I like it a lot.
This
I'm
is
not gonna
mine
give it
now.
to anybody.
They're gonna call me Sordid
Symbolic.
from now on. Sordid, not Garrett.
He's got the king dick now. Saved my life. Yeah.
It saved my life.
Yet not Roderick's.
So Roderick's dead too?
I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can
No.
remember anything,
Well,
But
I don't know.
she just said, but not Roderick's.
Assumed dead.
Assumed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, assume dead.
MIA.
of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
What a noob! Look at how many
Assuming
chains he's got.
KIA.
This has been
Look how many
so
links he's got, brah.
difficult for us.
He's a
Especially
Meister.
He's a maester of like nothing.
told you were the last.
Why'd you say that?
He doesn't have a whole
Why
lot
are
of
you-
chains
why are
on
you
his neck.
disparaging him?
He's a mini maester.
That,
Baby maester.
he
How
doesn't
do you
got a
know
little
how many
lot.
chains this man
Look
has?
at him. Right
He's
there.
got like 4.
Do you chain in?
Four visible. He's got 4
to
visible.
the flow? Can you tie me to knot? Can you tie me to cumin?
That's very kind of you to say.
No, you can't, cause a cumin is not a fucking knot.
Ethan should have it, now that he is Lord.
Lord Forrester asked me to return it to the
Time to die.
Stop! You
Have-
violated the law!
Have at thee, Lady Forrester.
Of course.
He told me I had to train you.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Obi-Wan's just like, yes. Very good.
Proceed.
I approve.
And the little training bot comes out.
Your family.
From under his cloak. He's like, wow, there it was.
Lady Forrester's just like,
Is this Axe Back guy?
Not with Ramsay
No.
Snow coming to see
No.
us bend the knee. The hell with
that was a family portrait up there.
Yeah, he said they were your family.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You
There's
cannot
only,
be
well,
afraid
no,
of these
not
stories.
Garrett's family. Garrett's
No,
family's
so
like,
this the beard man.
Beardman is his uncle. Garrett's not a Forrester.
I know. Oh, is he Garrett's uncle?
Ramsay Snow's
Oh, who now? Who's no?
this guy. These
This
two
guy.
are
What I'm
related.
saying is this guy.
This guy?
Yes.
These guys are related.
Name of House Bolton.
This guy?
This guy is related to who? How?
I would have us use
Yeah,
our
that guy.
hands while they're still attached
Garrett.
to our shoulders.
He's Garrett's uncle.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy? No, he's the
Beard man. Not
not
Armor man.
he I mean,
This guy.
You asked too much of the boy.
Not that guy.
He's related to Garrett because he has to tell, Garrett has to tell him about the North Grove.
when a man and a woman love each
But
other
how is
very
that
much.
related?
Huh?
He's
All I'm asking is the
uncle
guy
and
said
nephew.
the
Beardman is uncle to Garrett.
okay, because
They're the
Armor
Tuttles.
Man when he came in said they were your family.
Well,
Technically, because they brought him in and raised him, kind
Okay,
of.
yeah.
that's
he's
the
the
clarification.
he's
I
the
needed.
squire. It's more of
But now, this
metaphorical family.
Yeah,
Not
Yeah, he was
Banner family.
he was Roderick's squire, or no, the Lord's, the one that died in the battle was like,
I know he was Garrett was that guy's squire.
yeah.
That was my. It was just Beard Man there that I had my question about.
Okay, yeah. Beardman and him,
Understand Garrett position.
they're fucking. That's all you gotta know.
Garrett and Beard Man.
They're fucking.
Okay.
They fuck. Them
Yeah.
fuck.
It's less of a
Them
question of
fucking
who
ass.
is fucking and less of a, and more of a
Who's
question
not.
of who's
Let
not.
them go.
Send me away.
Let them
We have no choice, Garrett.
Of course, Garrett would say
Just
that.
seems like
The one place
these are
you're
fucking.
safe.
He likes to be
type of
fucking.
situation.
Yeah.
You're sending him to the wall. The boy's done nothing wrong. Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only
I'm
solution.
not a criminal.
Especially
No, I'll go. I want to go. Let's go.
My
Fucking
place is here. I don't want him to go to the wall. The wall's bullshit.
Walls,
We
fucking
have no
bros for
choice.
life.
But also,
Bullshit.
but also, I'm playing Garrett where he knows that now it's his responsibility to go there and just man up and do it.
All right, the wall would only suck if you weren't a ranger. I would
Yeah.
say if you were a builder, sucked. If you were like one of the stewards, you'd suck.
But the Rangers,
It
I
probably
mean, like,
would suck
up
being a
until
steward.
being
the
well, I
Lord
guess this
Commander's
point is when
steward would
stuff
probably
starts
be
happening.
great,
But
That's pretty dope.
But
If you were anything other than a ranger, like fighting shit on beyond the
even
wall,
being a ranger would be fucking
what do
shitty.
you? What?
I would like it way more though than any other.
I mean,
job
up until I guess this point,
I'd rather be a builder
You're
because
not
they're
doing
not actually
dick.
building shit.
they're maintaining the wall.
How?
They're going up to the top of the wall and they're like taking shit off and
Pouring
Patching
water on it
things.
and fucking chopping some ice. That sounds easy. Not like they're actually building walls.
But I'd like to see more action than that. Yeah, you like.
But like, what the
it'd be
fuck you
kinda
do if you're a
boring.
ranger? Like, fight a few wildlings here and there?
And whatever else would be on the wall. Fucking spiders, ice spiders, and zombies, and
But like, they're not going that deep beyond the wall.
Spiders and zombies and little grunkins and maybe even snarks on their backs. I have a snark.
as of in the show, no. But like,
I've been waiting.
But they're not going because they have to come back. They don't have supplies to survive very long out there.
Here we go.
What?
Lord Forrester.
Yep.
Asked me to give you a message.
I'm saying up until this point,
but that's when the true like broship happens, though.
up until like where we're at now in the show, nothing's fucking happening really at the wall.
You caught me by surprise.
No, but they see the like
They're
the
just
base
chilling.
It's
action.
already happened.
They're just cold chilling.
They've seen the most action.
It's
I
already
would say.
happened, is what I would say. Because their shit was with the wildlings, and then the stuff with the White Walkers coming at them.
That's just like recent though.
And it's better kept that way.
No,
That hasn't happened yet in this.
not in this, not in the game, but in the show, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Up until that point, up until you actually start dealing with White Walkers,
I need to
not dealing with
I've told no
much.
one. I told no one.
Of course not. I told no one.
I told no
They're
one.
dealing
And I
with
didn't.
some wildlings here and there.
From this day forward.
The fuck else?
be our secret.
Wildlings. Just
The
they'd be the
walker
hunters
that
too.
is behind the gates.
Rangers would go out and hunt, which is
But,
fun.
like nobody had seen the walkers up until
But don't
this
breathe a
point.
word of it to
No.
anyone at the wall.
Yes,
Up in at this point, they have seen a White
It
Walker.
will help.
that was the first thing you see. Well, technically, in the show, that's the first enemy that's ever shown.
White Walker.
Yeah, first enemy ever shown is a White Walker
Iron
little girl, I think, or a dead thing, and then it
In
like
the first season.
Yeah.
first season, first episode,
Yeah.
the dudes go behind the wall.
Opening scene is dudes going
Three
past the
three
wall.
Rangers go out, find a crew that's had their body parts put into a weird
I know you.
circle, and then they come across a White Walker, kills two guys. The other dude fucks off, gets beheaded by Ned because he
Mhm.
passed the sentence,
Mhm. Okay,
swing
yeah.
the sword.
Mhm.
That's what spurs
Yeah.
everything into
Okay.
motion.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
And then
Um,
later on
I've
in
seen
the
that
season,
probably like 80 times.
And then later on in the season, they go out and recover bodies and
But,
bring
like-
them back to the wall. And once they're on the other side of the wall, they then turn into White Walkers later on,
How
or
many
Whites,
people?
I guess.
How many people have really seen White Walkers though? Oh, the Rangers.
The Rangers
Yeah.
Plenty of them.
Because my
When?
I
Like-
don't like I said
early on.
I fail to remember most of the
Early on?
stuff, but at like before like it becomes a real
Threat?
like when John initially is just like dudes and they're just like
Before Hardhome, not a whole lot.
because before
Not like a
before
majority
they
of them, but
murk John.
That was well after Hardhome he gets murked.
Yeah, because he's just like dudes and they're just like that's not a thing.
You're lying.
we're here now. We
And
are
then
children.
He gets murked by a little boy.
We're in the Ironwood.
Little boy murks him.
Yeah,
Well, a lot of people murk him.
but little boy.
Little boy was kind of a stick and get because he murked his girl.
Yeah. So I'm saying like
I hear
to most of Rangers, White Walkers aren't really a thing they have to deal with.
they weren't a threat for a while. Yeah,
They don't even. Yeah, there's like,
for a long time it was the Wildlings.
some don't even believe in them, right?
Only, I would say only the Rangers or people that are manning the wall would believe in stuff like that.
I was worried you were gone.
But people south of the continent, no.
And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
So I'm just saying, being a crow or whatever, just be like,
I do too. But Mira's in King's
Not fun?
Landing and
yeah.
Why?
That's why it's a punishment.
Okay, so
Why it's cold as shit.
and she's perfect.
Two-
welcome to North
two-
Dakota, right?
Yeah, but this is like all the time, and not just like most of the time. You have to like if you're not a ranger dude, you're maintaining the wall
Did to get sent away
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
and just watching. You're just like, well, yep, nothing's coming.
Garrett is strong.
Or if you're a ranger, like sure you get to go do stuff, but hey, you're doing stuff and it's
No one will tell me what Gary
piss ass cold.
So you'd be
I heard
A cook?
And you go, I guess
Celibacy.
it's the like most normal thing to do there. That doesn't like that's a normal level of boring, I guess. Rangers, like, sure, they have to deal with wildlings every once in a while, and maybe some aminals, but like, it's nothing that like.
He calls you a milksop.
In the books, the
So Roland forgets himself.
Knight's
After all,
King,
you were the
I think
Lord.
is what he's called, not the Night King. It
Yeah,
was called Knight's
Knight's
King.
King.
There's two
Was
different things.
He was originally a Stark.
I know it's
Yeah.
not good.
The first Knight's King was a
Let
Stark.
Sir Roland teach you how to wield
But in the
his
show,
It's theorized.
in the
Theorized,
show,
yeah,
they
theorized.
just
He taught
prescribe
Roland
both
Drake and
as
Asher, and he
the
even
Night
showed me
King.
how to
There's
work
no
the
Knight's
properly.
King in the show.
Yeah.
It's just
know how
the
to
Night
fight.
King.
Yeah.
So maybe they go wishy-washy with the origin of the Night King as being a Stark or from the North.
I don't think
Yeah.
we're gonna get anything specific about the origin of the Night King in the show. I
If-
think we're
We
If
just
did.
anything,
We
that'll
did
be-
already.
No,
The Children of
But
the
I mean, like,
Forest.
specific.
specific about
Plunged.
who that person is. We're just gonna get more specifics on how that happened.
We might with the
And-
spin-off.
and sure, but in Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
I think they're gonna leave it at he's the Night King. We don't want you to know him as this person that humanizes him. That gives him more depth that you can feel for him. We don't want you to feel for him. He's just a force.
I feel for him. I'm on his side because I'm always on the underdog side. So
They're definitely the overdog in this situation.
they are not.
Yes,
Yes,
they
are.
are.
Yes,
They got
are.
the writers against them. That's the writers of the show against them. So they're pretty much
But I mean, like,
on the chopping block.
realistically, like, you're looking at
Yeah, but if you think about it, they've been
zombie dudes that can
Thematically.
revive dead people as part of their army, plus dragon.
I don't give a fuck about the
Lots of
White
things.
Walkers. I care about the Night King. That's all. That's it. I would love to know his origin and why he got fucked up from the Children of the Forest and like who he was before, and if there's some
Night King
Part of him
Napoleon
in there.
dynamited the fucking dragon, dude.
If you think about it, though,
so
think about it this
he
way:
wants his own dragon. He
He
can
Uncle
have it.
Rico'd his ass, dude.
who's been
Yeah, he threw it over the mountain.
succeeding the majority of the show?
Cersei. I would say
The Night
Cersei.
King, dude.
Her family members have gotten murdered. All this shit that's happened to all these.
She
human
knew all that was
characters,
going to happen too.
But the Night King
It was
and the
prophesized.
White Walkers have just been growing their ranks and
He's been buying his time like a boss.
building
dude.
towards their goal and succeeding the whole time.
Motherfuckers broke the wall.
Well, yeah, but they needed Daenerys to fly her dragons in there. So like, if she didn't do that,
Tactical.
It's your decision.
Strategic.
You are the Lord.
I wouldn't give him that much credit.
I would.
Well, that means that there's
He
a
knew.
relative sense of humanity in him that can have that thought of like, let's be tactical about this shit.
It's okay.
Let's buy time until they
Don't have
get
to be
rescued.
human to be tactical.
I would
A
say,
lot of animals have tactical, strategic.
I would say
behaviors.
there is some humanity in this guy because he was originally from the north.
I wouldn't call it humanity.
Call it what you will. He has conscience. He has a conscience in him. He's got
Don't say
he's got
conscience.
I wouldn't even call it conscience either.
I
Like,
would say determination, maybe.
he's
would
got
say-
some.
there's a presence more than just him being a force of
Yeah.
whatever the magic behind the White Walkers
Imagine
is.
it being corrupted by old magic, and you're still technically like a human host. You're not human anymore. You're pretty much undead, but you have this magic, this deep-seated magic from these old children or the children of the forest that put that into you and corrupted you.
So I'm saying, it
But
could
there
be
is a
remnant-
sense somewhere
a
in
remnant
there.
in him of that, but I'm sure
There has
since
to
he's been
be.
around for so long, that's not. He doesn't like. It's not part of him, but like the actual memories and stuff anymore. But there's just this drive inside of him to do it that's left.
Okay, where does this drive come from? If,
That's what I'm saying, it's
if
a
we should
remnant.
care, if we
It's
should
a
care
remnant.
about
It's from the Children of the Forest.
Yeah, it's a remnant of.
They made a weapon
That.
to kill somebody else, but they made their weapon too good and didn't know that it would also come after them. They thought they were making something that they could point at somebody else. They were just making something that was going to be set off and just kill whatever was living.
Yeah, there's a drive in there that he has.
That's how it happened. They explained.
I know
that.
how it happened, but
There
I'm
may be-
still thinking they
there-
did
like I
it. They
said,
didn't
there
do it
may
on
be
a
a
dead
remnant-
body.
A remnant of malicious intent from the dude who was originally like who he was before, like pissed that he got turned, whatever. but it's not an actual conscientious thing in him anymore. It's just something that's
So
a
he has no.
remnant of
You're
the
saying he
past.
has a drive.
Yep. That's both aided by the children of the forest, and then whatever small thing is left in his head that
See,
he
that
doesn't know why.
that negates
He doesn't know why.
everything that he is doing now. Doesn't make any sense then, because
Why?
if there's no, it's a children of the forest thing. So it's like, by that all this logic, it seems that the children of the forest are the cause of him. He is the cause for all the dead.
Yep.
Children of the forest are all dead. If they're all dead, their magic shouldn't work on him. He would be dead.
It's just
It's
not
a domino effect of all this shit happening.
less
Kind of like how
fair.
when you kill a White Walker, the walkers that they turn die.
Yeah.
If the magic that the Children of the Forest made him, they die. Magic isn't there anymore.
It's not.
It's getting
like,
really wishy-washy with that. So I would just like there to be some kind of history with him and how he got to where he was, possibly. Because if we're speculating that Jon Snow will become that, he has to know what he's being brought into.
He definitely has like
that's not-
there's something magnetic, like something that draws him to this, but it's
No, they
something
they drove
deep
they
in
drove
him.
they drove some dragon glass into his chest, miraculously turning him undead and White Walkery. That must be some kind of old magic that they put into him.
But it's not their magic then if it's the dragon glass that did it, right?
They used it as some kind of conduit.
It's
Because
no.
regardless of if it was their magic or whatever, there's still the hang up of what you said being, if they died, why didn't their magic wear off?
That's
So
that's the
regardless
world.
of if this is a person driven by his own personal things or this person driven by magic, regardless, that's still a hang up, right? It doesn't matter if it's one or the other. It's still a hang up of, well, they used magic on him. Why is he still going after they died?
Because then what we're saying is that he's no different than any other zombie horde.
He's more different. He's different in the fact that he is the one that was imbued with all of this shit, right? He's he's not just a dead person brought back as a mindless zombie thing. He was imbued with whatever shit that turned him into this fucking Night King.
What I think is that the Children of the Forest didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They thought this would end the invasion of the Andals. It went awry.
Which is what Wilson said.
No, it went awry, but this is where it deviates from that. It went awry because they couldn't control him.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
that's
he
what he
has
still
that
said.
humanity in him. That's the big factor in this, that
I don't
they can't control that.
I don't think it's the humanity. It's more so like what Wilson said, whereas they wanted to create a weapon to point at them, at the Andals or whatever.
And that can still be it. That can still be it, for sure.
But they didn't realize they just created a weapon. They didn't have any means to control it.
Well,
And
because
that
we
he
don't
would just
we
be a
don't know
force to
either
fucking
way.
Go.
Either way, their thought process. We just know that they saw this as a last resort,
Yeah.
last ditch effort
And mistakes
thing.
are made in that situation a lot.
And
what I
it
mean,
can
where
be
it turns
speculated
against them.
upon. It can be
Yeah.
totally
They
speculated upon
just
that
used
that could be.
magic to accomplish means that had never been done before. It's like us creating the atom bomb. Like, honestly, like, we know what it can be used for now, but we'd have no idea what it can be used for in the future. Like, with all the shit they do in Fallout, or like just sci-fi shit. You know what I mean? Like,
It's like in sci-fi
There's-
creating robots, right? And they're like, oh, we use them to do our bidding, and then they fucking turn on us because we didn't foresee this happening. That type of situation.
I'd say
they
that
have minds of their own.
It's a
and
little bit different because it's dealing with
It's
somebody that
fantasy
can
instead
think.
of sci-fi, but
It's something that can.
But we don't have any proof that
So do
he
robots,
can
though.
think. Like, in
Robots can
that
think.
way, he can make decisions, but he's not like
Well, that's
making
that's
decisions
technically
based upon
thinking.
his
though.
own wants and needs. It's more of just like his objective is just to
kill.
get the living out of here. We're all what we are now, and that's it.
Well, technically,
That's what we
the
were
whole
made for.
like that's why I'm kind of against it being a kind of just a zombie horde.
It's not though. Like
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that
Okay.
when you think about the zombie horde idea, it's an allegory for like a natural disaster.
Yeah.
That's what I think this is. It's a plague of death trying to reset this world.
That's the story that George R. R. Martin is telling, and that's why John King is not going to become the Night Snow. We're ending the episode
John
here.
King is not becoming the Night Snow.
Jon Snow's not going to become the Night King because they're trying to end this cycle. This is going to be the end of the episode because we're going a little bit long here. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back with another episode of Game of Thrones.